Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Roman Reigns' absence is always strongly felt in WWE's weekly product. The original Tribal Chief was written off television after a brutal assault by Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles recently addressed Reigns and the Bloodline saga while talking about his retirement plans. In 2023, the Bloodline targeted AJ Styles when he tried to assist John Cena on Friday Night SmackDown. The villainous group wrote the phenomenal one off for months before he returned to go after Roman Reigns. Unfortunately, he didn't get the job done and shifted his focus towards LA Knight, heading into WrestleMania XL. In an interview with Chris Van Vliet on Insight, the former two-time WWE champion addressed the possibility of retirement. During this conversation, he took a minute to appreciate Roman Reigns. He said the original Tribal Chief and the Bloodline saga helped elevate several stars, including Jey Uso. Some of these guys, like Roman for instance, his selling is on a different level. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, all these guys, they stepped up. If Roman stepped up, they stepped up with him. I just thought that was so impressive that they do that, and seeing them grow into these amazing superstars, Styles said. H/TCVV. Roman Reigns might miss WrestleMania 41, says WWE veteran. Earlier this year, Seth Rollins vowed to make sure Roman Reigns and CM Punk didn't get to fulfill their wishes of main-eventing WrestleMania 41. During the men's Royal Rumble match, the Visionary crossed a line after he got eliminated and stomped the original Tribal Chief's head on the steel steps. Speaking on Busted Open, Tommy Dreamer expressed his belief that Roman needed to show up at Elimination Chamber to begin his program for WrestleMania. "I'm like, where the hell does Roman Reigns fit in all of this? And he needs to be at Elimination Chamber. I think he's going to show up. I think he has to show up because then you're going to tell me that there's no Roman going into Mania," Dreamer said. From 21:51 to 22:12. The event took place over the weekend, and there were still no signs of Roman Reigns. It'll be interesting to see how this story progresses and whether we see the former WWE champion on the road to Las Vegas. The Bloodline saga has captivated WWE fans for nearly 4 years, weaving a tale of power, betrayal, and family that has left an indelible mark on the industry. While many have voiced their opinions on the storyline, one surprising figure has come forward to heap praise on Roman Reigns and the intricate storytelling surrounding his dominant faction, his former rival, John Cena. In an exclusive interview, Cena didn't hold back in expressing his admiration for the Bloodline saga, calling it one of the greatest stories ever told in professional wrestling. His words carry significant weight, considering his legendary career and his own battles with Reigns in the past. Cena reflects on the Bloodline's evolution. John Cena, a 16-time world champion, is no stranger to WWE's biggest moments. Having faced Roman Reigns multiple times, including their high-profile match at SummerSlam 2021, where Reigns defeated Cena to cement his dominance, the Hollywood star has witnessed firsthand the transformation of Reigns from the big dog to the Tribal Chief. During the interview, Cena reflected on how far Reigns has come since their early encounters. Back in 2017, when we faced off at No Mercy, Roman was still trying to find himself. The talent was always there, but he was missing something. Fast forward to today, and he's not just the face of WWE, he's the anchor of an incredible story that has redefined what long-term storytelling means in wrestling. The Bloodline saga isn't just about Roman's success. It's about the layers of history, the emotion, and the family drama that makes people tune in every week. Cena admitted that he initially had doubts about whether WWE could sustain a storyline for so long, but he now sees it as a masterpiece that will be studied for years. The Bloodline's impact on WWE storytelling. The Bloodline saga, which began with Reigns aligning himself with Paul Heyman in 2020 and later coercing Jey Uso into acknowledging him as the head of the table, has seen numerous twists and betrayals. The rise of Solo Sikoa, the shocking exit of Sami Zayn, and the internal struggles between Jimmy and Jey Uso have kept fans engaged in a way that few stories have. Cena particularly praised how the family dynamic has made the storyline resonate beyond the usual good versus evil trope. Wrestling is at its best when it feels real. The Bloodline saga isn't just about winning titles. It's about loyalty, trust, and betrayal, things that every person can relate to in some way. That's why it works. That's why people feel something when they watch it. Cena went on to highlight Paul Heyman's role in the story, calling him the greatest storyteller in wrestling history. Paul Heyman has always had a brilliant mind for storytelling, but what he's done with the Bloodline is on another level. Every word he says, every facial expression, it all adds to the bigger picture. Without him, the Bloodline wouldn't have the same emotional depth. Cena discusses his role in the Bloodline saga. Though Cena has not been a major player in the Bloodline's ongoing drama, his past encounters with Reigns add an interesting layer to the narrative. His return in 2021 to challenge Roman at SummerSlam was a key moment that reaffirmed Reigns' dominance, and his appearance on SmackDown in 2022 to team up with Kevin Owens against Reigns and Sami Zayn was another moment that intertwined him with the story. When asked if he would ever consider stepping back into the ring to challenge the Bloodline again, Cena was open to the possibility, but only if it made sense for the story. If the story calls for it and there's a meaningful reason for me to be involved, I'd never say never. But this isn't about me. This is Roman's story. This is Solo's story. This is the Usos' story. My role, if there ever is one, would have to serve the bigger picture. Could Cena be involved in the Bloodline's endgame? With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon and rumors swirling about the Bloodline's future, many fans wonder if Roman Reigns' reign as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion will come to an end. Some speculate that Solo Sikoa could turn on Roman and forge his own path, while others believe a returning The Rock could be the one to dethrone him. Cena acknowledged that all great stories must come to an end, but he believes the Bloodline's legacy will last far beyond Roman Reigns' title reign. At some point, Roman will lose the championship. That's inevitable. But the Bloodline's impact won't disappear. This is a story people will talk about for decades. It has changed the way WWE tells stories, and it has set a new standard for character development and emotional storytelling. Fans react to Cena's praise for the Bloodline. As soon as Cena's interview aired, fans took to social media to share their thoughts. Some agreed wholeheartedly with Cena's assessment, while others debated whether the Bloodline truly ranks among the greatest wrestling stories of all time. One fan wrote, "If Cena is calling it one of the best stories ever, you know it's special. He's been part of some of the greatest moments in WWE history, so for him to recognize the Bloodline like this speaks volumes." Another fan countered, "It's been a great story, but I wouldn't say it's the best ever. The NWO, Austin vs. McMahon, and even The Undertaker's streak all have a case. But the Bloodline is definitely up there." Regardless of differing opinions, one thing is clear: the Bloodline has cemented itself as one of WWE's most compelling sagas. Whether it ends in 2025, 2026, or beyond, its influence on wrestling storytelling will be felt for years. What's next for the Bloodline? With Reigns currently on a reduced schedule and Solo Sikoa stepping up as a dominant force, the future of the Bloodline remains uncertain. Jey Uso is thriving as a singles competitor, Jimmy is struggling to find his place, and Solo is seemingly positioning himself as a new enforcer, possibly signaling the beginning of a power struggle within the group. Could Cena be involved in the Bloodline's final chapter? Will Roman Reigns retain his spot as the tribal chief, or will Solo Sikoa or another rising star take his place? As WWE continues to build toward its next big pay-per-views, one thing is certain: the Bloodline saga is far from over. And with legends like John Cena praising its impact, its place in wrestling history is already secured.